As above, so below. It's a principle, a law of the universe, according to Hermetic teachings. It encapsulates the idea that the macrocosm, the universe, and the microcosm, the individual, are reflections of each other. But what does that mean, really? Well, imagine a fractal. You've seen them, right? Those self-replicating patterns that keep repeating no matter how far you zoom in or out. That's a visual representation of as above, so below. The patterns that exist on a grand scale in the cosmos also exist within each and every one of us. In essence, it's a profound statement about the interconnectedness of all things. The universe isn't something separate from us. We're part of it, made from the same stuff, governed by the same laws. We are the universe experiencing itself. It's a perspective that invites us to look within, to understand the world outside. It suggests that by understanding our inner world, we can gain insight into the workings of the universe, and vice versa. By studying the universe, we can learn more about ourselves. It's a concept that bridges the gap between the spiritual and the physical, the inner and the outer, the micro and the macro. It's a reminder that we're not isolated beings, but integral parts of a grand cosmic dance. Our journey takes us first to the realm of literature, where this saying has been explored in myriad ways. The philosophy of as above, so below has its roots in alchemical texts, where it was used to express the belief that the universe and the individual are interconnected, each reflecting the other. The Emerald Tablet of Hermes Trismegistus, a seminal work in alchemical literature, is the first known source of this phrase. It encapsulates the idea that the process of transformation, whether it's turning lead into gold or a flawed human into an enlightened being, mirrors the dynamic processes of the cosmos. Moving forward in time, we find the concept embedded in the philosophical works of the 17th century. The philosopher Leibniz, for example, used the idea as a metaphor in his monadology. He proposed that monads, the basic units of reality, are mirrors of the universe, reflecting everything but affected by nothing. Thus, as above, so below underpins his argument that each individual, like a monad, reflects the whole universe in their own unique way. In the 20th century, the concept found its way into modern literature, reshaped to fit contemporary narratives. F. Scott Fitzgerald's The Great Gatsby subtly employs this motif. The East Egg and West Egg, representing the old and new money respectively, mirror the internal conflict within Gatsby, his struggle between his humble roots and his aspiration to be part of the elite. The phrase also appears in the realm of fantasy literature. In J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, the Mirror of Erised reflects the deepest desires of those who look into it, showcasing the idea that what's within us is reflected in the world around us. From ancient texts to contemporary novels, the idea that the microcosm mirrors the macrocosm has fascinated writers for centuries. It's a call to consider our place in the universe. Just as the planets follow their orbits around the sun, we too follow patterns in our lives. The rhythm of our daily routines, the ebb and flow of our emotions, even the cycles of our relationships, they all reflect the cosmos above us. Recognizing this connection can help us feel a sense of belonging, a part of something bigger. Next, let's consider our relationships. We often hear the saying, "Treat others how you want to be treated." This is a prime example of as above, so below. The energy we put out into the world, the way we interact with others, mirrors back to us. If we radiate kindness and empathy, we are likely to receive the same in return. Conversely, if we project negativity, we should not be surprised to find hostility coming our way. Finally, let's look inward. Our internal mental and emotional states are a mirror of our external circumstances. If we're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, it's often a reflection of the chaos in our lives. By recognizing this, we can take steps to address the external issues causing our distress, thereby finding inner peace. Similarly, if we cultivate a peaceful and content state of mind, we can influence our external reality to reflect these positive states. Just as a calm sea reflects the clear sky, a calm mind can create a serene life. So, as above, so below isn't just a cryptic saying. It's a practical tool for understanding our place in the cosmos, navigating our relationships and managing our internal states. It's a reminder of the interconnectedness of all things, the dance of energy between the inner and outer worlds. In essence, as above, so below, can serve as a guidepost for self-understanding and personal growth. Interestingly, science too has its interpretation of this ancient wisdom. The concept of as above, so below finds a striking parallel in the realm of fractal patterns in nature. Fractals are patterns that are self-replicating at different scales, a concept that bears remarkable similarity to the Hermetic saying, each part, no matter how small, contains the whole. This is evident in the branching patterns of trees, rivers, and even our own circulatory system. The structure of the universe and the structure of the atom also offer fascinating insights. Our universe, with its galaxies, stars, and planets, is a vast expanse of matter and energy. Yet if we zoom into the smallest building block of matter, the atom, we find a similar structure, a nucleus surrounded by orbiting electrons, much like a miniature solar system. Moreover, the parallels between physical laws and psychological or sociological patterns are hard to ignore. Consider Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This isn't just a physical law, but also a social one. Our actions often elicit responses, and the energy we put out into the world is often reflected back to us. In the field of psychology, the concept of projection mirrors this principle. We often project our internal state onto the world around us, and our perception of the world is largely a reflection of our inner state of mind. Even the field of quantum mechanics, with its wave-particle duality, suggests that the observer and the observed are not as separate as we might think. This echoes the Hermetic principle of correspondence, suggesting that our inner world and the outer world are interconnected. Thus, even in the world of science, we find echoes of the Hermetic saying, as above, so below. Whether seen through the lens of literature, everyday life, or science, as above, so below offers a profound perspective on the interconnectedness of all things.